What? 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 What are we doing here? What? 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 What are we doing here?
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to What Are We Doing Here? We can't tell you because we have no clue just yet. I am Dom with Saucy. Mate, are you excited for this? I'm fucking excited for this.
It's been on the cards for a while, Dom. It's been on the cards. We did mention it in podcasts earlier that we were bringing something a little bit different, different flavor this year. Something that's could be sports related, maybe depending on what the topic might be.
Movie related.
It could be anything. Literally, we see something that is, interesting or bizarre, whatever it may be, something that might create an interesting discussion. And we come on here, we chop it up, and we figure out what we're doing here.
Exactly, because so the premise of the show is Sauce and I go away, we grab a topic, we bring the topic to the show, one each. There could be multiple some weeks. We actually don't know each other's topics, so we're going to literally have to do research on the fly, come up with an argument if there's going to be an argument, come up with our thoughts on the topic, or it could be a person, it could be a movie, could be anything, just literally on the fly. It's something we thought, we're so bogged down by like the sports talk and the sports card talk as well. Like we thought the audience, you probably want to get to know us more as people and obviously have a laugh with us. We will be doing guests coming on as well and joining in on the fun where they will come up with the topic and just drop it on the podcast, and we just need to go off the cuff on the fly, see how we go. And we will be getting like special guests, like trying to hit up people, and those podcasts will probably be a bit more long format. These are going to be short format. They're going to be long format because we want to try and go that Joe Rogan type style podcast where we want to get into lengthy discussions with people and literally deep dive and pick their brain on their profession. And it could be completely random as well for that stuff as well. It's not just going to be sport. It could be bloody, I don't know, could be a Garbo, mate. A guy wanted to be a Garbo. Why did you want to be a Garbo?
That would make an interesting discussion, I reckon. Imagine you met someone that was that passionate about picking up your bin every day.
Yeah, exactly. It could have a copper come on. Fuck, I don't know. What made you want to become a copper? And you get crazy stories. What's the craziest arrest you've ever had? Anyway, let's get into our topics. Who wants to go first?
What are we doing?
I'll tell you what we're doing here. What are we doing here, Sauce? We are doing a bit of a discussion because I'm intrigued. I don't know the reasoning behind this. I had to pick this person to discuss because I don't know Sauce's feelings. He gets rolled up. The person is Drake. I want to know what your feelings are on Drake. You never shared it. You don't rate him, clearly. I want to know what it is. I'm actually puzzled. So Sauce,
when you see him posting bets on steak, you fade him, mate. You fade him. You go the opposite direction because he's not the best punter out there. I'll tell you what, he's lost quite a few bitcoins on old stake.com. Look, Drake himself is a mastermind in terms of a businessman. He's the way he's able to market himself. People say that they like his music. I like some of his songs, but I don't like when people sort of call him a rapper because that's not what I consider rap. What he does. I think he's more of an artist in a sense, more like down the lines of, The Weeknd in that caliber, sort of. Yeah. You can say, but he makes catchy songs. He's good for exposure of things. I mean, you see him courtside at the NBA. Loves his Toronto Raptors. Did open a shitload of flawless boxes. So that was good for the hobby because maybe some people seen their PC cards in there. Most definitely. But
it's true. He sold 170 million records. Source, this guy.
No, we want to know streams, mate. That's what it's all about. It's all about the streams these days.
He's the highest certified digital singles artist in the United States.
Yeah, people love him. People love him.
And you know what's funny? You know what I actually love the most about Drake? The fact that Americans always give shit to Canadians, and the Canadian is the guy on top. That's the best part about the whole thing. That is the best part. Honestly, Canadians cop so much shit from the United States, and he's on top. No, not non-American rapper, like the Canadian guy is taken over. Me personally, I like Drake. I reckon he's amazing. Like you said, he is an artist. His old stuff is more the rap game side of things. That's where I think you can consider him like a rapper. In this day and age, when he makes albums, he has like a lot of stuff that he's still rap, but a lot of stuff that can be played commercially on the radio. So it's more catchy stuff and a lot more collabs now. He's done his thing, so he's more like collabs, and he'll drop an album here or there. So he literally dropped views. He dropped 3 albums in between 2015 and 2017. Then Scorpion and Care Package, 2018, 2019, and then 2019 to present. He has Dark Lane,
I couldn't tell you
demo
anything,
tapes,
mate. I only know a few of his songs. Jumpman, Hotline Bling. The Hotline Bling one kills me because there's not many words in that song, so you can't really call him a rapper. You know, that's the only thing I say. Look, I mean, he did do a little bit, but he changed.
What's your thoughts
with the way he's gone along? He's a bit like I'd call him like Carl Cox is in DJing, but even like the good DJs, like Tiesto, he was more trance and everything, and then now he's
commercialized,
involved with. He has that song, The Motto. So it's, if you compare it like that, they're trying to move with the times and obviously get noticed, get paid. And at the end of the day, it is their job. So they're trying to make something that a lot of people are going to like and not like a minute type of people. Whereas I'm more traditional if talking about rap that I listen to. I still listen to Biggie and Ice Cube, old Ice Cube stuff. But even those guys now, some of them, they can create the similar sort of thing. So, you have to transition with the time. That's what any good, person in their profession does. Like, if it's no different to a doctor, if a doctor on an ACL injuries come in different lengths over the years, you're not going to keep using the technology from 20 years ago. If you can improve and get better results and find better ways to do things. So, that's why he's probably transitioned like that. But I'm just, it's good to see him involved in a lot of things, though.
You know what's awesome? His list of feuds that he's had in his career is amazing. And this is not like high school feuds when he was in Degrassi, the high school TV show. That's where he got his start when he played the kid in the wheelchair. You know this, yeah? That's where he started.
Mate, I told you. This is how much I don't care about Drake. I don't know his origin story. I know he's Canadian. I know he goes for Toronto. I don't know where he would have come from.
Yeah, have a look at this.
That's about all I know.
Yeah. Have a look at this. This was Drake, bro. Bro, have a look at this, bro. This was him. This is where he started, dude. Look at him.
There he is.
That was his character on Degrassi. So there you go.
That was a TV show.
That was a TV show. But his feuds are elite. Listen to this. Feud with Chris Brown.
Give me the list.
All right. So involved in a physical altercation in June 2012 when his entourage threw glass bottles at Chris Brown in a Soho nightclub. December 2014, Drake was involved in another altercation. He being punched by Diddy outside a nightclub in Miami. Further controversy arose in July 2015 when it was alleged by Meek Mill that Drake had used ghostwriters during recording sessions for Rico, one of the lead singles for Mill's second studio album. So Meek Mill. Pusha T would also have the same rational rationale to criticize Drake on Infrared in 2018. In 2016, Drake was embroiled in a feud with Joe Budden, stemming from Budden's derogatory. That's Budden, not Biden. Biden would be half asleep, so there'd be no feud there. Then in mid 2018,
There are a few allegations of him stealing lyrics. Is that what that is?
Let's have a look. What's Ghost? What was the thing? Ghost. Yeah, I think it is Ghost Rider. What is a Ghost Rider in rap? Many rappers use ghostwriters to compose their lyrics. A rap ghostwriter is someone who writes songs for a rapper, but is not credited on the finished product. So as not to steal the glory from the star. So they do all the hard work for him. And then in mid 2018, in a feud with Kanye West. And then he's also been involved in other feuds with the late, great DMX, Kendrick Lamar, Common, The Weeknd, the late, great XXX Tentacion, Jay-Z, Tory Lanez, and Ludacris. Man, this guy just throwing shade at everybody. Unbelievable. So, anyway, I just wanted to get your thoughts on Drake. I know we brought him up, and you're a bit cold on him, so I thought, I got to ask him. First up, straight up, save it for a podcast. Get your views on him. No pun intended for Drake. Go for it, Sauce. What do you got for me? I get worried. When you're coming up with a topic, I actually get worried.
Yeah, well, Doma, look. Yeah, you're going to give credit where credit is due. Not some in terms of Drake. So, you can't come on here and hate a man that's... I mean, he's got more... He might as well just wipe his ass with $100 bills. Let's be honest. It wouldn't even make any difference. So, credit. Not my cup of tea, though, with some of his song choices. Doma, something came across my feed, and I seen, and it got me thinking, like, the world has a lot of ways where you can make money, like a lot, right? And that people use to make money. And I'm like, what would be one of the most bizarre ways that people make, and not like, you know what I mean? I'm talking like above the average median wage. So they're doing pretty good.
You better not fucking ask me about OnlyFans or some shit.
No. Not OnlyFans. They could use OnlyFans though, and there are probably some out there that are using OnlyFans to do this profession, because you do need a fan base and a bit of a subscription type model. I do know, okay. I know people that use OnlyFans for betting tips. So there's a lot of ways that other people use it. It's just synonymous with obviously sexual activities and the like. That's the truth.
It is.
But this job here, so I'm just going to say this person made $115,000, right? I'm guessing this is an American website, so I'm guessing that's probably USD in a year.
Okay. Which is a lot of money for them.
Pretty good. Obviously took a bit of time to build up, but what could you look? You never know. A male could do this. There could be sick fucks out there that like this, but I'm gonna bring it up, Doma. Look, nothing amazes me these days, but this is an article. I'm a foot fetish model who made over $115,000 last year. It takes a lot more than just pretty feet to make it in my industry. Here's how I've built steady income and client base. So she goes by the name of Goddess Valora, not her real name, by the way. This article is from a few years ago, 2020, so it's 2 years old. So it's nothing new. But when
in 2020? When?
December, towards the end.
Oh fuck! In the heart of COVID, mate.
Yeah, there you
Last year with lockdowns and stuff, she would have dominated.
So she's built a brand. Over the years, she's diversified her income by hosting fetish parties, in-person sessions with private clients. Also, begin webcamming. When I read this, I actually looked up Doma. I looked up, do people? How much does it cost to pay someone to suck on their toes? Because that's what that in-person sessions, like this sick fuck out there that suck on toes, right? And there was people saying I'd charge $100, $100. So there you go. You can make money by getting someone to suck on your toe.
How did I know? I had this inkling the whole fucking week leading into this podcast? Source would come up with some dirty fucking topic that I have to try and give my
But honestly, Doma, an entry level engineer here in Australia is $60,000 Australian, 60 or 64,000 or something, right? Would you rather not just make $150,000 by showing off your feet? You put in little lingerie and you obviously got to make it a bit sexy, but then also doing that other stuff, and they're doing like foot motion jobs on certain silicon rubber things. There's a bit to it, right? So it's not just you just post pictures of your feet, but there are it's. But how ridiculous is this world, Doma? This is what I'm trying to say. The ways you can make money in this world,
and it to each other. But
it's
yeah,
crazy.
Exactly. The way you can make money in this world doing anything. With the internet, you could make money doing anything. I'm literally going to create an OnlyFans account and put pictures of this. Just pictures of lemons. Hopefully, people have got lemon fetishes, and fucking we get just make bank.
You know what? Nothing
I'll
amazes
squeeze the lemon slowly, Sauce. Put it in slow motion. That's the video.
All right, so here's your origins. Here's your origins.
Lemon.
Go on.
That's what I do. Put slow-mo videos of like squeezing a lemon. So sexual.
Oh my god. Around the age of 17, 18, I decided I wanted to be a model. But at the time, I had no idea fetish modeling even existed. That all changed when I turned 26. And so I read this article. So I won't read it through, but you're more than welcome to check it out. It's a Business Insider article. Literally just type in foot fetish model Business Insider and you'll get the article. And she went to this shoot where she had a modeling tryout, supposedly. And she ended up... they said it's a foot fetish one. So she got paid to take photo of feet. She's like, surely this can't be a thing. So then she explored it more. And then essentially she built up a clientele through social media. There she is there. The Laura Goddess. I charged customers a $60 door fee. Once inside, clients would, between purchasing public and private foot worship sessions with one of the models. We would usually have 6 to 8 models and host between 10 to 15 guys at each party. Last year, I stopped hosting parties because I realized management just isn't my thing, right? But she would host parties where charging a $60, and these people, I'm guessing guys in there would pay $60 to come in there and look at feet or maybe suck on feet with a tip. I don't freaking know. But this gets me like this actually... Look, good on them. Good on Goddess Valera and these people that do that and make bank. And this is not the only article. Like, this is 115,000. I did read an article saying I make £500 a week posting my feet on Instagram. So she obviously charges them for like private Instagram and whatever. I did read another article, $70,000 a year this person makes doing the same thing. It just gets to like my thing about this is how can we come to a point in society where going to uni for 4 years or 5 years and getting an engineering degree, you're worse off than doing this. And if this person does this when they turn 17, 18, right? Or 18 when they turn legal, right? Instead of going to university, does this for 3 years, kill, their social
media. Kills it in that,
and makes a lot of money.
Well, she's making 115,000 a year. It's like $500,000 in 5 years. She's 22 years old, has $500,000, probably has deposits on 2 properties, 2 houses. Setting herself up for life. She's living in one, renting out the other one. She works another 5 years, Source. Yeah. She decides, you know what? I'll buy another property, and then the other 250K that I've made in the next 5 years, I put towards the mortgages.
Look, I don't know. You'd hope that someone would be somewhat educated, but it just goes, what incentive do we have to, especially the people in the States, there's no obviously hex thing like we have here, where they, they have to put it on high interest credit cards and all this sort of shit. So, like, what incentive does it give for some people when they see this? And I mean, this is only I only put the foot fetish thing because I didn't want to go into the whole bigger picture of what we're talking about, right? And we mentioned OnlyFans and the many other platforms that do something similar.
But even in it is like there's so many ways to make money. It is just like unbelievable, and it doesn't have to be a 9-to-5 job. It really doesn't. It's all about. But the thing is, you need to be able to have the confidence to put yourself out there to do these types of side hustles. There's many side hustles out there, but these particular ones, like, you need to have the confidence to be out there and to go and do it. And not for anything, good on those people, because we'd probably sit here and like, I have a different mindset. I don't laugh at these types of people. Like, obviously, I laughed at the context of Source bringing up this fucking article, like on episode 1 of this podcast. But
got to make it juicy because this is really an introduction to what we're doing here. Like, it's.
But the thing is, like, Source, like me personally, I come from a business background, and honestly, it's good business to get ahead in life, and good on them. Like, people sit there and laugh and go, "Oh, this guy's like." She's doing this, and she or he, and you know what it's like, especially with females that are doing this type of stuff. Like, they get obviously labeled as a as a lot of people do in society. But in the end of the day, that's like her job, and that's what she wants to do, and she's the one having the last laugh. And like you said, if you blow up in that industry or in that fucking niche, man, who knows? Valera now could be making. She had an article done. Like, I don't want to really Google her to see what she's doing these days, but that was 2 years ago, that article, Source, or a year and a half ago. Who's to not say that she blew up once that article came out, and she's not making 115,000 USD anymore, like you were saying. She's making over 300,000 USD a year because she's in high demand. Like, what are you going to do? What, you're going to give her shit? Like, she's into that. Like,
look, I agree, and I just,
each to their own, bro. Like, that's good on them.
You can't really fault them.
So my cup of tea
when they're making that sort of coin. And it is just this is what I think. I'm like, how can that be the case? Like, as I said, you're better off doing this, turning 18 than going to university and racking up $40,000+ in debt, right? Like, who cares? Maybe you want to go to university later. I'll do this. I'll build a brand for 3 years, then go to university later because I've got the brand. I can support my university. I can literally pay my university up front. I don't even have to go into debt to go to university. Like, if that's what you want to do. Like, this is what I mean. And I'll just say this. This is what kills me about people that are in and there could be people that are in situations where there might be like living in commission housing or something, and they struggling as a family, and I've heard stories like this, struggling as a family, living in commission housing, started doing OnlyFans, unfortunately, right? Ends up making so much money, can't believe it, buys her mum a house outright, her whole family a house outright. Like, look, I understand there's a line, but these are people that
desperate times come for desperate measures, and look, man, their family's now in the clear. Like,
so look, I can't blame these people, but it's a bizarre world we're living in, and that's why I want to bring up this topic, because in terms of like, and especially how I view money in a sense as well, Doma, especially that I do crypto trading, and how ridiculously once you know what you're doing, it is to make significant amounts of profit over a long period of time consistently, and it has been done by many people, and I see it daily. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable, and this is just another point of emphasis of like how people will spend money on crazy things. I mean, and it goes deeper than that because I do know they also like sell they'll wear shoes. There's freaks out there that will send them gifts. They tell them wear these shoes for the next 2 weeks, and then send it to me, and they want to sniff the shoe, and like and they pay for all this service, man. Like it's these girls don't do anything for free. Like it's bizarre. It is bizarre stuff, man, and
wow.
Yeah. Bizarre.
But it is the platform. The internet is the platform. If you're into something, you do it. Like, you can make money, you can change lives and change fortunes and change generations of wealth to come. Like, and not just in this industry, but many other ones. So yeah, an interesting one, Source. Like I said, not my cup of tea, but good on her, the old goddess. Valora.
But if you actually found out someone you knew was doing this and they were making over $100,000,
what am I going to say to him? What I'm going to say, like, if I found out you were doing it, I'm going to say, "Oh, you're a freak, you're an idiot." I'm going to say, "Fucking good on you." If that's what you want to do, like,
it's look, I'm like that too. I'm like that too. I'm like that too.
There's repercussions that obviously come with doing stuff like this in an industry like this, like. Whether it's a foot fetish or it's like sexual on these platforms and stuff like that, the things that come with it are potentially like if they do background researches on you, if you actually wanted to get a job in the future and somehow they link your anonymity, like your alter ego, like your online ego to you as an actual person, like you probably will never work in like a mainstream job ever. Like you'll never get employed.
Well,
You're
that's
pretty
what,
much
that's what we're
unemployable. Like in terms of like what's that got to do with, like that's another discussion. That's probably a discussion we can have like next week, So it's like even that the person is amazing at what they do in their job, what they do in their private life gets mixed into their job, and by doing so, they don't get a fair go. Like if you're working if you're a HR manager working making $150,000 a year at a big company, for example, and then you want to go home and you want to sell your feet on the internet and you make another $115,000, like, why does that fucking matter? Like, it's not like the person's making 150K going home and fucking murdering people for money. Like, then I understand it's like, jeepers, all right, we're not fucking employing this
Dexter.
person. Yeah, exactly, not Dexter. You know what I mean? Like, and just to end on this, if you weren't happy about her selling her feet on the internet, how did you find out about that? Maybe you were watching her, you were giving her a tip, or giving him a tip.
Me?
No, the people. We're not going to employ you because you sell your feet. How do you know that? Did you look it up?
No? There you go.
Yeah, maybe a bit of a crush.
Hey, this is far from one of the least bizarre ways that I've seen you can make money on the internet and through the internet.
We might have to chat about those.
There is a good list and some really, really.
Get ready, ladies and gents, because we are 100% going to have to upload shit to Rumble. Like, we are pretty much fucked. If this is the first topic that you've brought, Source, we're cooked on YouTube. Like, straight up.
Algorithm is going to get us.
Oh, make sure you put a sexy picture on the thumbnail of toes when you upload this on. That's elite. All right, Source. Quick and easy, done in half an hour. It is What Are We Doing Here? And as we found out, it was talking about Drake and foot fetishes, apparently. So I'm Tom with the Great Man Source, and jeepers, peace.
115K.
Dollar.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of What Are We Doing Here? Please don't forget to subscribe and leave a like. Till next time, peace.